Today's guest is Matt Dudsik from the Poison Boys, and I'm really happy to be talking with him. And he should be coming on in a moment, so I'm really happy to have him. Yeah, I knew Matt from the Redwood Bar, and we kind of became instant friends, which is kind of cool. And I saw him at Alex's down in Long Beach when he was in town, and it was all downhill from there. No, I'm kidding, Matt. So come on, Matt is from Chicago. His band is Poison Boys from Chicago, Illinois, and I love his band. He's a good singer, um, good songs, and I think they just got signed to Riot Records, a Golden Robot, um, mm, offshoot or something. I don't know if that's the word for it. The word escapes me right now. Where are you, Matt? Scene? There he is, Matt Dudsik of Poison Boys. Matt, are you there?
Hey, how's it going?
Look at,
I am.
look at that. Look what I'm holding up.
Beautiful.
Look familiar?
It almost looks like the vinyl.
Hey,
Hey, how you like my
man,
big giant house behind me?
that is awesome. Beautiful place right there. Is that the new place? And hey, where are you moving to?
Um, yeah, well, I just moved to a new apartment, but this isn't actually it. It's just some background.
No worries,
Uh,
man.
Yeah. So
How are
how's it
you?
going, Gabriel? Man, how you doing?
It's going good. It's going good. You look good. Feeling good?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm feeling great, man. It's a beautiful day today in the city.
Nice, nice. Hey, give me a little background on Matt Dudzik.
Well, first I'll take out this fake background if I can. No, I
I
don't know
like it.
how. It's all right.
Just leave it.
So background on me. I don't know. I started this band maybe I don't know, almost 8 years ago.
8 years
And
ago. Wow.
yeah, man. It's surprising for a lot of people because they don't know that. That they think that like it's kind of a new thing, but started 8 years ago, but there's been kind of like hiccups as far as getting releases out, having consistent members and stuff because
Right.
want to like move away or stop playing music or whatever, and got to get somebody new. And but we've been trucking, man. We've got a lot of we basically had a release every year almost, but at the moment only two full lengths. So
Yeah, I
this
was
was
looking at that. I was surprised to see only two full lengths right there, but there's other releases. I didn't really look at anything else. I know I got this one on my playlist, and I love when it pops up. It's just good
oh
rock
yeah,
and roll, good songs. I was telling the audience earlier before you came on, just good songs, good rock and roll, good riffs, good looking band. Um,
thanks,
yeah,
man.
yeah, good attitude and all that. Tell me
Yeah.
something about this release here.
So this is Don't You Turn on Me. It's our second full length, and it took a little while to come out. I recorded most of it myself and sent it to my engineer mixing buddy who did our first album entirely. And yeah, he just made it. He mixed it fantastically. I mean, I kind of guided him on like what I'd like it to sound like, and he did a stand-up job, man. It came out really slapping, really, punchy sounding stuff.
Yeah,
As much as a lot of our stuff is influenced by like bands who have like lo-fi recordings, like old school bands that only put out like a couple 4-track, 7-inch singles and stuff in the 70s, but I still wanted it to sound like kind of a more, I don't want to say modernized, but just a more like more punchy version, so that it sounds like that stuff, but it's also it hits you when you listen to it, kind of just
right.
psychs you up instead of
Yeah, it's there. It's pretty much in your face, which
yeah,
I really like. You want to turn it up and roll down
yeah,
the windows and start screaming, singing the song along with the band, and that's what's really good about this, about the Poison Boys. I've listened to your previous album, and it's like it's there too. You were
Yeah,
recently
thanks.
signed to Riot Records. How did that come about?
Yeah, so actually that came about through you.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
you gave
yeah.
me a yeah, you gave me a little tip off about I can't remember the name, Die Laughing, and
Yeah, they're no longer in business.
yeah,
But
they kind of like
they sent you to Golden Robot.
right, yeah, they told me about Golden Robot, and then Golden Robot got a hold of us, and we're like, hey, you interested? And I was like, sure. And then they said, well, we got this label that we own that's like a punk label called Riot Records, and would you like to release the album through us? I was like, sure, man. Let's try it out, see how it goes. They originally did it digitally only, and then the label that was gonna put it out tanked on vinyl. They like ran out of money and said to all the bands that they
Riot?
can't do.
Is that Riot?
No, it was a different label called Hobo Wolfman Records. They released our Mean Queen 7-inch
Oh,
in
that's not
2020.
through Golden Robot, right?
No, but once that happened, once they said they couldn't do it anymore, we hit up Riot and we're like, hey, would you guys be down to put this out on vinyl too? And they were like, oh yeah, sure. Because they thought we already had that handle. But so then that went down, and then it was a nice long waiting process for the vinyl at the pressing plant, and it's finally here.
How long did it take?
It took a grueling 8 months.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds about
And
right.
yeah, it would
Yeah.
have been longer if we waited for colored vinyl, which it was going to be pretty fucking sweet looking colored vinyl, but then uh, we would have had to wait till November for a vinyl release then of this
Right.
year, which would have been like over a year, you know.
Right.
So,
Right.
but black, they say black vinyl, it sounds better on it anyways.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, looking
How's
on the
it
bright side.
selling?
What's that?
How's it selling?
It's selling pretty good. We had to buy some more copies from the label to
Can I get a
like
copy?
meet
How can I
demand.
get a
Yeah,
copy?
sure.
We'll talk about that later. We'll
Yeah,
talk about
that's
that
cool.
later.
All
Um,
right.
so that's great.
Yeah,
Your fan
sure.
base like?
Fan base is pretty stoked. I mean, we've been playing a lot of shows in the city in Chicago to promote it, and a lot of people have been coming out. They're very excited about it. It's pretty sweet. You
How
know, a lot
about
of people
over
have been buying it.
America?
What's that?
How about over America?
Over America, I don't really know because I haven't been selling them online, which is kind of what I was going to say. As far as getting a copy, at the moment, we're only selling at shows, but by the time basically next week hits, I'm going to put them online on our Bandcamp for sale. So people could buy them directly through us, and that way it'll save them the shipping cost of buying them from the label, which is based in Australia. So
Right, right.
kind of brutal
Um,
shipping cost.
um, also, Riot's in Australia.
Yeah, yeah.
Why did I think they were in England or Europe someplace? Okay,
The record was actually pressed in Europe somewhere. I don't know the pressing plant, but yeah, the label is based in Australia.
cool, man. That is great.
Sydney,
And
mate.
and any videos out?
Yeah, man. So we put out a video for in 2020. We played one of our biggest shows, opening up for the Addicts at House of Blues in
Oh, what?
Chicago.
That's I can't get you out of my mind. That's the video, right?
Well, close. It's Nothing But Darkness was that one. So that one we like there was a lot of footage shot of that show at House of Blues, and then we just kind of compiled that footage into a video for Nothing But Darkness, which is not like I mean, it is an official music video, but it's you know, it's just live footage. So the one for Can't Get You Out of My Mind though was actually like done in studio and stuff, and we made like a real music video for it with my partner Kat. She was in it, blonde girl, you know, on the train and stuff, and
Right. Uh-huh.
tried to make it
Yeah,
very Chicago, you know, because the
yeah.
lyrics are
I
very
love that. I
much
loved it.
life in Chicago.
Was that just done on an iPhone?
No, an
Actual
icon, I think.
actual camera?
Yeah, real camera.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. It's because it came out really well, and I go, wow. I wonder if
Yeah.
yeah, if he did this on an iPhone.
Dude, if there was a way that I knew how to shoot on iPhone like really well like that, I would be dropping music videos all the time, you know,
Yeah,
but it's kind of rough. I mean, it doesn't give as good quality, you know, and I want nice music videos, you know,
good.
so.
Good, good, good. Tell me about the Chicago scene and how you fit in there.
We're kings of it. No.
Huh?
I said we're kings of it. Yeah, yeah. No, I don't know. The Chicago scene is cool. There's a lot of good bands. There's like a handful of them. We play with various ones all the time, and I'm always looking for new bands to play with.
Right,
Randomly, like a band that just started or hasn't played a lot of shows will reach out and send like a message to our Instagram or Facebook or something, and they'll be like, "Hey, we'd love to play a show with you guys sometime." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll check it out." And it's usually pretty awesome. So then I'm like, "Yeah, cool." So I'll keep them in mind for when we book shows. Um,
nice,
Through the pandemic, it's just been we've been waiting so long, dude, to play shows again. So now it's like now that there are shows again, it's like let's do as many as we can almost, but also
right.
without overloading, but it, you know, putting on a show with like three bands, including us, three or four max, usually it's like it's hard to fit in all the bands we've been wanting to play with for so many years. But we're getting there. We're getting to little by little.
Good. Let me ask you something about the Chicago scene.
Okay.
Um, my biggest thing with LA, or well, the Redwood, Eddie Lopez and the Redwood. People
Mhm.
come out to see bands there, but basically, when you go to like Whiskey, Viper Room, all those other places, it's just like next band, all their friends. Next band out, all their friends are out. Next band, all their friends are in. They're off.
Yeah.
It's kind of like just kind of like a cattle call. Chicago's different that way, I hope.
Yeah. So you're saying basically the fans of one band don't stick around to watch the next band?
Exactly. Except the Redwood. People come to the Redwood and hang out, which I really love because
Yeah.
Eddie makes it a kind of a scene, kind of
Yeah.
a good scene.
Yeah. The Redwood seems to be pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
I was telling you yesterday, I think we haven't played there yet, but we will eventually. I'd love to, Eddie rules. So, as far as that way in Chicago, bands will, I don't know if it's so much like all the fans of one band will come out and then they won't watch the rest of the bands as much as it's people don't want to come out until the headliner or like the second to headliner, like it might be kind of rough for one of the opening bands sometimes. Not always, though. It really depends on the night and
Uh-huh.
where it's at. So if it's somewhere kind of out of the way, sometimes people don't show up until it's like,
Right.
a little bit later. But I'd say I've noticed that a lot of people stick around for all the bands. It just sort of takes a little while for it to fill in sometimes.
Got it. Got
You
it.
know,
Um, things are open till 4 in the morning there.
some of them, yeah.
Some of them.
A lot of the bars that we play are typically open till about 2. But then we'll go to the after bar and it's
Okay.
open till 4 or
But
5.
okay, so basically 2 o'clock. What are your good whatever your good venues?
Well, Liars Club, of course, is like top
Yeah,
of the
Lions
list.
Club.
Yeah, that's kind of like the Redwood of Chicago, I suppose.
Yeah. What about
And
the Elbow
then
Room?
Elbow Room, I don't even know. In Chicago, you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. I played the Elbow Room. I played the small room.
Okay. I don't know if that's still a venue. I heard of it before, but
Okay.
the first thing that came to mind when you said that was this place we played in Oakland, the Elbow Room, Jack London. But I've never played
You
the
played
Elbow Room in
Oakland?
Chicago.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was in 2018 on our West Coast tour. It was pretty
Nice.
sweet.
Did you
And
hit LA that year?
yeah, we played Moroccan Lounge opening for the Zeros that night. That was awesome, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you have any video footage of that?
No, I don't. Well, someone probably does, on their iPhones, but I don't know. I don't think I have any. There's no like high quality footage of that show.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think I
Other
knew you
venues
that
in
well.
Chicago, I mean, there's different ones. But really, dude, we just play Liars like all the time. There's another one called Livewire that's pretty great. They have really good sound. Um,
Nice, nice.
and there's a few others, but we're
Where are the
playing this place
Poison
called
Boys
One
going?
City Tap. What's that?
We'll say that again. What's the place?
Oh, we're playing this place, One City Tap on the south side.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, it's next Thursday. It's
What
going to
street
be a
is that
free
on?
show. Archer Avenue. It's like
Archie.
3515 South Archer.
Okay.
And it'll be a pretty sweet gig, man. We're playing with this band, Liquids. It's just buddies of mine from NWI, which is Northwest Indiana. It's like kind of like a pocket of Chicago. It's actually where I grew up, Northwest Indiana. It's right outside of the city on the other side of the border of Illinois there.
Cool.
So people
Cool.
people think Indiana and they think like Indianapolis, but Northwest Indiana is just kind of like a suburb of Chicago. So we're playing with a band called Liquids from there, and it's gonna be awesome, man. And this other newer band, Flying Heads from the South Side
What
of
date is
Chicago.
that?
That is Thursday, September 1st,
Okay,
next
first of
Thursday.
September.
Yeah,
All right, you Chicagoans, you should know that and get to that show. Fill it up.
yeah, man.
Because I'm gonna promo that show for you. And
Thanks, man.
yeah,
Free show, dude. It's gonna be great.
good, good. Hey, where are the Poison Boys going?
We're going to the top.
There you go.
We- You know,
Fucking good answer.
yeah, we got a whole bunch of new stuff coming up, man. We got like tours in the works, and we got shows. So we just played with the Zero Boys. That was amazing. They are like one of the best punk bands ever, and they're from Indianapolis.
Nice.
They dropped their first album in like '81 or something, and
Were they just out here in LA?
I don't know, man, but I hope so.
Because
They
I
rule.
saw I saw their name. Who knows? I saw their name.
Dude,
Some
they're like the friendliest dudes ever, and they still rip like super hard, and
nice.
they were so inspiring. They were amazing. And then yeah, we got some more shows in the works. We're playing. I don't know if I should say yet. I'll wait, but we got
Okay.
some cool stuff coming up, and a lot of new recordings too. We're like working
Yeah.
on some new records, man. A lot of cool stuff.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
That'll be on Riot Records.
we'll see. Possibly,
Okay.
probably. We're not
Good.
sure yet. You
Good.
know.
Good. Good. So yeah. So that I like that. It's like kind of the doors are opening. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
The doors
Yeah,
are
man.
opening. Tell
Yeah,
me
man.
about
We
the band.
the band. So, well, we got Matt Cheney on drums. Sometimes he goes by Chain Blaster.
Right. Nice.
He's been
Where's
playing
he
with the
from?
band. He's from Athens, Ohio. He used to play in a really great garage rock band called Wheels on Fire, and
Uh-huh.
they're from Athens, Ohio, and they're actually doing like a reunion show at a fest out there this weekend, or I think it might be next weekend, but I don't remember. Wheels on Fire, they're really great. Check them out.
Okay.
And yeah, so he's been playing in that band. Well, he used to play in that band, and then they broke up for a while, hence the reunion.
Then how did you meet him?
Through playing in bands. He was
Yeah.
playing in another band in Chicago. Like he moved out here maybe 10 or more years ago, and he played out here for a couple of years in a band called City Slang with our old guitarist Randy, who was on the Headed for Disaster 7-inch, our first 7-inch. And yeah, I met him, and when we needed a drummer, I asked him if he was down, and he was like super down. So he's been in the band for over 4 years, I think. And
Nice.
yeah, and then we got our guitar player Steve Elfinger. He played in a hardcore band called the Headless Honchos from Chicago for a while.
Nice.
Really great guy, you know. And yeah, we got a pretty powerhouse lineup. We had your boy Nico Bones from Long Beach out there playing bass for us for a few years. He first filled in on a tour that West Coast 2018 tour we did that I was telling you about, and then um, he recorded on some new stuff with us, and that became "Don't You Turn on Me," the album. And
He's on the new album, right?
yeah, he's the bassist on the album.
He's also in that picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yep. And then yeah, that picture is me, Steve, Matt Cheney, and Nico.
Now
And
is Nico
so
in the band?
he was in the band. I love him to death. He's good buddy. He just the thing is, it's the distance. You know, he lives in Long Beach, so I mean, we're still great friends and everything, but he lives out there, and we're trying to pick up local shows. Like, and I can't ask him to fly out all the time. We're not big money hustlers, you know. So we can't be
Right,
like, hey,
right.
man, you know, come out this weekend and then next weekend too. Hey, can you do it the weekend after that? You know, so it's like we grabbed a local bassist, new bassist as of this year, as of like maybe 6 months ago. His name's Adam Kreutzer. He was
Nice.
in yeah, he was in a street punk band out here called the Kreutzer Sonata, and yeah, he just joined the band and he's been killing it on bass, dude. Like, and a lot of people in Chicago are very excited that he is playing with us. They seem to really like him, and I really like him. He's a really great guy. You know, we've always known each other. He worked at Liars Club for a while, and I like ran into him there a bunch. But we were always like talking about we should get a show together with his band and Poison Boys. And then when we needed like a local bassist, I reached out. I was like, "Hey, would you be interested?" And he was like super stoked on it. So he's been
Nice.
playing with us, and we got him on some new recordings coming up, and
Nice.
very excited, man. We got so much new awesome stuff in the works. I can't wait to like show everybody, you know.
Is it going to be any different from your last two albums? Is going to be different stuff? With or just same
Yeah.
energy, same.
Yeah.
Have you not going to use the word strayed, but kind of like maybe progressed? Maybe that's
Well,
the word.
we haven't
Evolved.
really like evolved
Evolved.
too much. So you know, I always say when people ask about this, it's like our first album was kind of a mixture of like all of the styles of the Poison Boys that we can do. You know, there's like some aggressive stuff on there, you know, some more
Right.
Stooges, raw power you know, inspired songs. And then there's some like sweet power pop sounding stuff. Not like the band, The Sweet. It's not like super junk shop glam or anything, but it's like, you know, more on the power pop side of things for some of the
Right.
songs on it. And then, you know, and some of them are more on the punk side, like, you know, like late 70s vibrators, Slaughter and the Dog style punk. So that was kind of like a mix on that first album out of my head. The second album, we dove more into that punk side, like the early punk stuff, where, you know, you can tell it's like more, like you were saying, more aggressive and punchy,
Mhm.
ripping stuff. And then now we're going to continue doing some of that, but we've also got some more like, I don't know, I don't want to say like Stones flavored stuff, but also
Nice.
just, you know, early 70s, you know, I mean, we like some of our biggest influences like Nervous Eaters and Berlin Brats. And we have some songs like that style. And then we've also got some more aggressive stuff still. We're kind of just mixing it up, but, you know, we're going for that with all these new songs. It just depends. We're still just going rock and roll punk, I guess. You know,
Right.
it's
That's
all,
awesome.
yeah.
Interesting that you brought up the Nervous Eaters because they got some new stuff coming out that Palmera,
Yeah.
I hear a lot of them on. And it's really great.
Yeah, dude. I actually haven't heard it yet, but I'm really excited to because I love that band. You know, Eaterville is like one of the best albums of all time, in my opinion. And I mean, it's just like a collection of demos and stuff. I love it. Nervous Eaters rule, dude.
Nice. Where are they from? They're from the East Coast, right?
Yeah, Boston, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm glad they're still playing. I hope that we can get a chance to open for them one day. It'd be amazing, dude.
Just reach out to them, man. Reach
Yeah, we
out
got to
to
get
them.
out
That would
there.
be awesome. That would be really awesome.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys the same age in the band?
Yeah, we're in our 30s. Most of us in our early 30s.
I thought they were
Steve's
I was just gonna say late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, we're all like early 30s. Like I'm 31. I think Cheney is 33, and Adam thinks 31 or 2. Steve's 41. Steve's the outlier.
You've been
We
playing
love him.
music since when? High school, junior high? I forgot.
What'd you say?
You've been playing music when? Like in your
Oh,
teens?
dude. Yeah, I started playing music when I was like 12 or 13.
Okay.
I started out playing like percussion in like elementary school actually. Surprisingly, my elementary school had like a
You were in
small
band?
band thing.
You were
Yeah, I
in
was in
band?
band. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but just for a little bit. So it was like fourth or fifth grade to um, about eighth grade because they wouldn't put me on the snare drum. They were trying to just be like, dude, you got to learn how to do xylophone and shit. And I was like, nah, man, I don't care about that. I just want to be like doing little rolls and stuff, man. They were like, nah, nah, maybe next year. And I was like, what? But I
Wow.
know how to play drums, like a drum kit and stuff. And they were like, no, no, no. So I quit that band,
Were
school
your
band sucked.
parents supportive of you playing music?
Yeah, man, my parents were really, really cool about it. We kind of
Nice.
had a small house growing up, and they bought the kids drum kit from down the block for $50, and then I
Wow.
was able to play in the basement on that, like, and learn how to play drums. And dude, like, I can't believe like they put up with it, dude. Like an annoying little kid blasting out drums all day, all night for like weeks and weeks, years pretty much, because then I
Oh
would
my
have band
God.
practices
That's
at
great.
home
You're
and
you
shit.
you can play drums too, huh?
Yeah, that's what I
What
started
else?
out on. Yeah, I started learning guitar at like 19, kind of teaching myself Ramones songs and stuff. And
So
then,
you play drums, guitar, sing, what else?
that's it,
Imagine you can
man.
play
Yeah.
bass.
Bass, yeah. I play bass on a couple of the songs, on a couple of the Poison Boys songs, and occasionally I'll do drums.
Wow,
So yeah, just
that's great.
depends.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's great that you had that support from your parents and all that. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It was really great, man. A lot of kids, wouldn't have that luxury. And I mean, it'd be one thing if we were like, if I was like some rich kid and we had like a huge house and there was like some basement studio room or something cool like that. But no, I just had like the downstairs of like a tiny house, and my parents were just like, "Yeah, dude, you could just go at it, man. You'll get it. You'll get
that's
it
great.
eventually." So they were really awesome about it. I was lucky to have parents like that. I consider myself really
Um,
fortunate.
did you have a lot of friends growing up? Did you play like parties?
Yeah. I mean, well, I had kind of like a small circle of buddies. We are all just like punks. It's like the punk outcasts of our school and stuff. It wasn't like we weren't like popular kids.
Well,
You
that's
know, we
awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, we started our bands together and stuff, and that's how that worked. And then I played punk like my whole life. So but I wanted to play guitar in a rock
Who
and
was
roll
it
punk.
that you first heard that said, "I'm gonna fucking play that music"?
Ramones.
Was it Ramones?
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Who else were you listening to?
Misfits and Sex Pistols, starter punk,
There you go,
as
man.
as people
Star.
as people say, to like, weed out the posers or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, they only like starter punk. They only like the Damned and shit like that. But no, I don't know. I love that stuff. When it comes down to it, that's the best punk that there is. The songs are catchy and it holds up, dude, through the years. There's so much other punk that's more niche genres and stuff that's
Right.
just it might have been cool for a little bit when it came out, but then you listen to it 15 years later and it's like, dude, this kind of sucks, or this is kind of annoying. You only want to listen to a couple songs and that's it. That's what I'm trying to fight with playing Poison Boys stuff. I want to put out stuff that people are gonna enjoy 30 years down the road. Still dig.
Exactly right. Well, I think you've got that sussed on that album on your
Thanks,
latest.
man.
That's pretty cool.
Wait
Um,
till you hear the next one, man.
nice. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
I am a fan. I am a
thanks,
fan,
man.
a Poison Boys fan. Like I said, I got you on my playlist, and I was
Thanks,
just like,
man.
wow, when I hear that, I
I
heard one the
appreciate
other
it, man.
day that was really the progression really surprised me. Um, shoot, was it nothing but darkness?
Yeah, that's kind of more of a Dead Boys kind of aggressive, ripping punk song. Some people were saying it's even more like almost like reaching into hardcore, but I don't think so. It's aggressive, but it's still rock and roll.
Right, right. Um, yeah, there's some good songs, but I heard one. I'm not sure. Maybe it's she's nowhere. Oh, Sweet Marie. There's an interesting chord progression that happens. You do
Yeah.
something. It's kind of like straightforward, and you throw in a chord that's just like, wow, that's kind of an interesting chord. It's almost like a major seven chord, Um,
Yeah.
Interesting enough. I'll bring it up to you next time we talk.
No, yeah. Well, Sweet Marie was it's like a kind of guitar weaving kind of thing. One guitar hits one thing, damn, damn, do 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 do, and the other guitar is just kind of going damn, damn, bam, damn, 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 and then in the chorus, or in the next part, like the one guitar kind of moves to like playing out some notes, and the other one is playing the rhythm. It's pretty cool. I like what I was kind of going for there. That
That's
was those
100.
riffs were actually written by our ex-bassist Adam Sheets. He was a really great guy. He's like a fantastic musician. He recorded on all of our records up to Out of My Head, that album. But he wrote those riffs and sent it to me, and then I just kind of worked it into a song for Sweet Marie. And then I was like, this song's missing something, so I asked this dude, S. Joel Norman, to drop some piano on there, and he really killed
Nice.
it, man. There's like some really pretty piano on that song.
Right, right.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it though, man.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, like I said. Um, okay, we're going on. We got 10 more minutes.
Sure.
What do you want everyone to know? What do you want everyone to know about the Poison Boys? What do you want to say? Hey, this is what you got an audience right now. Because I'm going to push this interview with you really strong. So, what do you want to say? What do you want to say? What do Poison Boys want to say? Um,
Well,
Besides
first
buying
off,
my album, you know.
yeah, buy my album. No, first off, well, this isn't my house. That's the first thing I want to say. Secondly, uh, I don't know, keep supporting local rock and roll, keep going out because right now rock and roll is an underground thing. Whereas, 50 years ago, it may have been like the biggest thing ever. It might have been the mainstream, basically, to be playing rock and roll. Right now, all rock and roll bands are struggling post-pandemic, as most people are. People are just trying to put the pieces back together, and that goes as far as bands too. So go out when there's a show. Don't just stay home. I promise you're gonna have a good time, even if you just go. Like sometimes I don't want to go out, or the day of anything. I don't really feel like doing anything. I just want to sit inside and like just stick with what I've been doing through the pandemic. Kind of. I mean, I was working on stuff, but everybody was kind of in a lot of downtime. So now
Yes, that is
the world
true.
is the world's coming back, and so there's a lot more shows. Go out and see the bands and spend your hard-earned money on their merch, dude. Keep it going. Buy a record and then go home and put it on and turn it up loud. Like make it happen. Buy a shirt, feel proud to wear it. Go, support your local scene, support bands, especially touring bands if they're coming through.
Yes,
Buy their merch and help them keep going. And yeah, just keep listening to it. Make your playlists and stuff. Show other people. Tell everybody about it. Support the music videos. Check it all out, dude. Enjoy it because who
nice.
knows? I mean, I want to. I'm gonna be pushing rock and roll the rest of my life, dude. I'm gonna
Good.
be keeping the torch going. I'm gonna be the torch bearer, right? But like, you know, who knows how much smaller this might get? I mean, I don't want to be negative. I'm sure it'll, dude. With me keeping going, I'm sure it'll be going forever. I'm gonna be, promoting it and doing all I can to keep things going. I mean, it always feels good when I inspire somebody to start a band or something, because this
Right.
happened a bunch through my life. People are like, dude, wow, you guys are really great, man. I wish I could be in a band. I'm like, just do it. And then the next thing I know, like I see them playing in a band and the band is getting pretty big and stuff. And I'm like, dude, hell yeah. I mean, that's good because, everybody needs to be playing music, man. Everybody needs to be going and seeing shows. It's something to do and it's fun,
It
you
is.
know?
Matt, do we have a tour coming up? Anything? Any touring coming up?
Nothing to be announced yet,
East
but
Coast. It's
yeah,
local in your neck of the woods.
not really. I mean, we've got stuff in the works, but nothing is 100% yet.
Got it.
So
Got it.
soon,
Got it.
though, once it is, we will be able to drop it.
Right, right. Man,
Yeah,
it's been really cool talking with you, man.
yeah, you too, man.
Like I say, it's just like I met you at the Redwood here in Los Angeles, and and then I
Miss
saw
LA.
you again. You kind of used to, I don't know why I get this feeling like I used to see you all the time. And I was really surprised that you were in Chicago. But I nodded at you a couple of times at the Redwood. We kind of acknowledged
Yeah,
each other. And then it was just like I saw you talking to Johnny Whitmer over at the Alex's Bar in Long Beach. And you turned around
yeah,
and gave me a nice hello. And I was like, wow, Matt knows me.
yeah, bro.
And
Yeah, no, I knew about you from Slam Denistas, man.
thanks. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's good stuff.
I like when I have that kind of rapport, that really easy, like, um,
Yeah,
that they're like, dude, you
yeah, I
know.
like talking to you, man. It's fun.
Yeah, and
You're a great guy, dude.
I'm really glad I got you on here right now.
Hell yeah.
So we got about 5 more minutes, actually
Sure.
3 more minutes.
That's
Um,
all right. Thanks for
yeah.
having me, dude. I really appreciate it. It's great talking to you.
What guitars do you have?
I got a Gibson Les Paul Tribute is what it's called. It's a newer Les Paul.
What
It's
year?
nice. It's like 2020, I think, or
Okay.
2019. I bought it actually right before the Addicts House of Blues gig we played in 2020, and I mean, it's a good guitar. It's stand up, gets the job done. It's not as heavy as most Les Pauls, but it's cool. And then I switched out the pickup to a DiMarzio, and it sounds like pretty old school. So it's pretty
What?
great. I mean,
What?
I'd love to
What?
be somebody that's like, yeah, I got a Gibson Les Paul Custom from 1974, but I just don't have the money. Those are thousands and thousands of dollars. There's so many guitars I want, dude. You don't even know, man. There's just like
Tell me about it. Yes.
dude, I want a Gibson ES3 35. I want a Gibson Les Paul Custom from 1974.
What amp do you play through?
Music Man.
I
Yeah, Music
thought
Man.
you played through a Music Man.
Yeah, man. That's the Poison
Those
Boys
are kind
sound
of
right there.
those are rockin' amps. That must be from what? That is that from the 70s, 80s, 90s?
Yeah, it's a 70s amp. Yeah.
It's a
I,
70s amp.
yeah. I've also got an Ampeg that I use, a VT22, which is a combo. And it's from the early 70s as well. It's like famous for being one of the amps that the Stones were
The
using on like
Stones.
Let It
Yeah.
Bleed and
I posted something.
Exile.
Can't you hear me knocking? That opening lick to Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
Oh
And I
yeah.
posted, I go, dude, what is this amp that makes that sound? And everybody posted, oh, that's an Ampeg. They named the
Yeah.
model. I forgot the name, but anyway,
V4 or VT22 most likely. Yeah. That's a
yeah,
beautiful sound, dude. It's just so great. But it's also the guitar he was using.
yeah.
Keith
I
Keith was
know
using,
Ronnie Wood plays to the amp. Has played in the past that amp too. So
yeah.
they're just fucking amazing. I hear they
Dude, they
weigh.
have the best amps, the Stones,
Yeah,
man. The absolute best, man.
Matt, we're gonna wrap it up.
Sure, man. It's
Say
been great
goodbye to
talking to you,
everyone.
dude.
Say goodbye to your beautiful audience. They're gonna love
Bye,
this.
everybody. Love you, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for
Matt, thank
watching.
you so much, man. You're awesome.
Anytime.
Dig your stuff, and you know what? You got to listen to this guy. He's just awesome. And this is his new release. So if I can, of course, I can't pull it up when I'm supposed to.
That's all right. There it is.
There it is. Go out and get it.
Yeah.
What is the name of the album, Matt?
Don't You Turn on Me. And
There
fun
you go.
fact about the album cover is that is a tribute to Ramon's second album, Leave Home. I don't know if anybody spotted that, but that was the idea, you know, to stand in the
Excellent.
same pose under an angled
Thank
kind
you
of
for that trivia.
top. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. That was awesome. Matt, I'm going to sign off.
All
Have
right,
a good
brother.
day. Enjoy your life, and we'll talk really again soon. Okay.
You too. Thanks, Gabriel. Good times, man.
Okay. Take care, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say goodbye to everyone right now. Hey, good night,
All right.
everyone. This is Gabriel Johns from Punk Globe Magazine with Matt Dudsik, and we're saying DUDZIK and Poison
DUDZIK.
Boys, and we're gonna say goodbye right now. So long, everyone. Thanks for having us. I'm ending it. End it.
Sweet. Is it ended?
She asked me where I was headed to. I said, headed for disaster, baby, what about you? Then she said, let's stop ahead.